Hey everybody, how's it going? Strange angles. Now these guys have been popping up on my Instagram feed endlessly, and you guys have asked about these guys here and there, like could you cover this stuff? And then around that time, Strange Angles actually got in contact with me over Instagram saying, hey, we'll send you some stuff. Do you want to make a video? Absolutely. I love, you've got NAM stuff. Let's check out the NAM stuff. So this video is sponsored and they did send over the stuff for free. Just wanted you guys to know that. But guys, as you know, I don't cover anything on this channel that I don't enjoy. And I really enjoy this. Yeah, as you can hear, guys, it's really good stuff. Now, Strange Angles, they do a bunch of different stuff. You've got the NAM stuff, Kemper, Quad Cortex, like Tonex captures, all that kind of thing. And I think the angle is that they're going for stuff that hasn't really been done. We've got the Amiga Granifier here. There's like the Thornton Evil Pumpkin or the Vile Pumpkin. We've got MLC stuff, Driftwood Purple Nightmare. Stuff I don't really see in the wild that much, like on Tone Hunt. I mean, if they came to me and said, hey, we've got loads of 5150 captures and Mesa captures through V30s, yay! I would have been like, dude, there's millions of those already, who's going to care about that? But it's nice to have a company doing stuff that really hasn't been done. And this is Primo NAM. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but this is really nice stuff. And the best thing is about Strange Angles is they've got full rig captures. That is what I'm using right now. I think full rig captures are a really good snapshot, well, they are snapshots of what they were going for. It's the amp, it's the full chain, including the cab and the mic placement and everything. So it represents what they were going for really well, as opposed to, just the amp capture, and you can choose your own IRs and that kind of thing. Sometimes that doesn't work. With these it does, but it's nice to have the full rigs. And this is the Granifier. We've got it through a 412. We've got all this kind of stuff like OD and all like different speakers and whatnot. And they're all like pretty sweet, so I'll just go through these. This is probably my favorite pack. This is the Everything pack. Just boosting the input a little bit just to get a bit more gain. I'm using the gates here and the output is down a little bit. But as you can see, guys, like I'm just using NAM and this NAM file. That is it. I've just got limiters on the master bus just to control level, and that is it. I mean, like if you want plug and play, this is as plug and play as it gets, I imagine. Yeah, it's cool stuff, but more of an aggro mid-forward thing. I think this capture or the one after it, I think it was this one I used for the lead on the song at the beginning. That sounds bloody brilliant. Yeah, really nice stuff. So I'll just go and find some different stuff from the Everything pack. There's loads of stuff in here. This is the Angry Savage. This is the one I used on the rhythm guitars. Sounds bloody brilliant. I mean, that just sounds aggro as hell. So I want to cover the full rig stuff. So these are just amp captures. They sound great and everything, but let's cover the full rigs. You know, plug and play. There's 3 here from a Dover. I mean, you know, who's played that amp? I definitely haven't. More of a full mid character going on there, pretty nice. Yeah, again, great tones, guys. And again, all I'm doing is just using NAM and one file. The input's cranked a bit, output's down a bit, and I'm using the gate. Like, that is it. So these other amps don't have full rigs on them, but I'll just load up an IR. These are the new Cream IRs. So, of a Cream back, obviously. NAM stuff. Let's go, Chuggy Buddy. Yeah, really barky, like absolute aggro raw to that one. Probably a little bit like too much in the way of mid-range for me with that, so let's just scoop it a little bit. I just love the variety of tones that it's got. Sugar, this is my sugar stuff. Let's check it out. Screw it, let's put Hypertune on and down tune. I'm in G sharp at the moment. Let's go down a couple of steps. Why not, eh? Genty, genty, genty. Love it. Let's just turn that. That's a bit crazy. Gent for days. Put the mids back up. Low gain stuff, not too enthused with the low gain stuff. But if you want to boost, you can boost the low gain stuff. That's sounding pretty sweet because it's my signature overdrive boost pedal plugin, the Shoeless Drive, linked below, guys. You want stuff to sound dirty and delicious? Check it out. Let's just check out one last amp. This is the Subzero, so yeah. This is all really niche stuff. Let's go. But yeah, I won't go through absolutely everything it has, guys, but yeah, Excellent tones from Strange Angles. Really glad they got in touch. And as far as Primo Nam goes, quad cortex captures, Kemper, all that kind of thing, Tone X, get on there and find some different stuff. So that's about it, guys. Big thanks to Strange Angles for sponsoring this video, and check out the links below, guys. It is great stuff. Enjoy. Hey, since you're still here, why not check out my music? I've got the crazy brutal stuff like Nest of Scum and Habitual Slaughter over on Bandcamp, and my latest release, By the Horns, is now available on all streaming platforms. If you want something more melodic, check out my Resinton albums, available on all streaming platforms also. And if you just like the instrumental demos from here on the channel, I have the Demo Collection series, exclusively on Bandcamp. So what are you waiting for? Check it all out. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And subscribe if you want to see more metal related stuff. I'll be back sometime with a video on something else. So until then, ciao.